Hi everyone, welcome back to Storybooks and Scrapbooks. Today I thought that I would show you an overview of my bullet journal that I used last year as a planner. I don't know that I will do a bullet journal this coming year. I might in a different way. This year, 2024, was the first year that I used a bullet journal, and I used it through May, and then I quit. After May, life got busy and I switched back to a different kind of planner, but it was fun. I really enjoyed bullet journaling, and thought I would give it a go this year, and it turned out to be quite fun. So, next year, I plan to use a different kind of planner because I will be scheduling clients, and so I will need to have a more work-oriented bullet journal. I'm no longer in school because I graduated in October with my master's degree, so I don't need the same type of setup as I had the past few years. This bullet journal came from Daphne's Diary, so it was one that I got with a magazine. I really like Daphne's Diary. If you're a scrapbooker, they always have really neat paper and stickers in there. I don't buy one every month. I usually we don't go to Barnes and Noble every month, but it is kind of our stomping ground that we like to go to when we go out on a date night. That's like one of the first things on the agenda. Is my husband and I both love Barnes and Noble, and we have since we first started dating. Like, probably our first date, we went to Barnes and Noble after we went out to eat. So that's just always been kind of a traditional thing for 28 years. But this particular journal came with one of the magazines. It was in a sealed pouch, and you got the bullet journal for free if you bought the magazine. So I thought I would use it. So starting off on my bullet journal, this was now I didn't fill in a lot of this stuff just because I had good intentions, but it just didn't happen that way. This was a TBR list that I drew, and I was going to fill in with all the authors of the books that I read. I generally read 2 to 3 books probably every other month. It depends on the book. It depends how interested I am in the book. I always finish my books. I don't know if anyone else is like that. Even if I don't love the book, I will finish it. It may take me longer because I'm not looking forward to reading it, if that makes any sense, because it doesn't interest me as much. If it is a book that really interests me, I can probably read it within a day. I have read entire 300-page novels in one day before. I don't get anything done, but if I'm really into it and I don't have anything major pressing, I will sit all day and read a book. But that doesn't happen very often. It just happens when I find a book that just really resonates with me. This was something brand new for me, doing a color palette of what markers I was going to use in January, kind of what style of lettering I was going to use, the designs I was going to use, and then the washi tape I wanted to use in the month of January. And then here are kind of a legend of what I was going to use for to mark different things that I was going to use in the bullet journal. I don't believe that I use this at all, to be honest. And my one little word for 2024, I always choose a word every year. For 2024, it was grasp. And I use this quote by Mao Zedong. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's that states, once all struggle is grasped, miracles are possible. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then I drew some books and some boba tea. Even though I'm not crazy about boba tea, I did have some really good boba tea in Arizona. Other than that, it's just kind of weird for me. Adulting, it's got like all the different doctors that I see. And I was going to write down like all the different dates. I guess I did for therapy, but that was about it. Didn't use that, but it was fun. This was like my first page of January, and I used stamping. And when I made it, I wasn't all that thrilled with it, how it turned out. But now that I look at it several months later, I actually kind of like it. I think it's kind of cool. The quote I used was Zig Ziglar, life is an echo. What you send out comes back. What you sow, you reap. What you give, you get. What you see in others exists in you. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then accomplishments in progress and household. I didn't fill that in. There were some accomplishments. There's still some things in progress. And the household is just an everyday thing. 2023 goals were, it says, next year on this day, what do you hope will change? And my goals for 2023 were, I hope to have a job at a school. I hope I weigh under 200 pounds. I hope I am walking a 5K a week. I hope my credit cards are all paid up. And I hope I have a new car. So, and then in 2024, my goals were, next year on this day, what changed? I may be able to regulate my emotions. That was a big thing. I was on a medication that was making me cry all the time, like all the time. I'm an emotional person as it is, but I was over emotional like for quite some time in 2023, and it was awful. I was having a very difficult time and struggling a lot because of I couldn't keep my emotions under control. Like I'd be talking to someone and then I'd start crying for no reason. I mean, I would get very, very sensitive. Like I would think about something, it would just make me cry. And I have never in my life been like that. And it just all stemmed from the medication that I was on. And I don't do that anymore, thank goodness. I'm still an emotional person, but I don't cry like that, like at the drop of a hat like that anymore. 2023 blessings. What did you not have last year on this day? And I put Corbin. Corbin wasn't born yet. And then Esme hadn't been able to visit yet. And then I put in grad school and a new bathroom and a tub. I wasn't in grad school I was in 2023. Oh, 2023 blessings. So in 22, I wasn't in grad school. And then new bathroom tub. We had that installed in 2000 and late 2023. Or no, it was the middle of 2023. And then, so I kind of, did a calendar. This was kind of a setup where I was going to put events and trips and birthdays. Never filled it out, but I still kind of like how it's set up. So we've got the next 3 months coming up, which were February, March, and April. And then future plans. And then here was my idea to Like my design for January was like hot cocoa and tea. My design for February, I had planned to do hearts, like for Valentine's Day, and I never filled in the rest. I kind of wish I had. I kind of wish that I would have continued with it because it was fun and creative and something that I had never done before, so that was kind of neat. This is social media tracker, and it says Insta, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, notes, weekly totals, because I had a serious addiction to my phone. If I was watching TV, if I was not working, if I was even studying or doing something like that, about every 15 minutes I was looking at my phone. I could spend hours and hours on my phone. What was I doing? Scrolling. I was scrolling. That's all I was doing. And it took up a lot of my time. I would watch YouTube videos, like all these different YouTube videos. TikTok, not so much. Pretty much I use TikTok only because my daughter-in-law prefers TikTok over Facebook. And so she would post TikToks and then send me links to those TikToks. And so I just subscribed to TikTok so I could see her stuff, but it wasn't something that I used on a daily basis. And then Facebook, I was addicted to Facebook. Addicted. And it wasn't even that I saw many of my friends' posts on there. I mean, sometimes I did, but mostly it was just dumb ads and dumb, different, entertaining things. Most of them were fake. And the same thing with Instagram. The only thing, I prefer Instagram over Facebook. I mean, Facebook to connect with others, Instagram because I follow a lot of craft channels on Instagram, but I can waste a lot of time looking at crafts, seeing neat ideas, getting triggered to make those, or replicate those or cook something. And Facebook was good for that too. Just a lot of time wasting. I spent way too much. And my addiction was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. I was constantly online. I had a serious phone addiction. Getting hacked changed that for me in a very serious way. It made me look at how much time I spent on my phone, and I had to start over basically I had to, my husband added me to his Instagram and Facebook account. So because I'm locked out of my other accounts. I can't get into them. I never will again. And that's unfortunate, and that's just how it is. I can't. Every time I made a new account, I did make a couple new accounts, and then those got hacked too. So it was an expensive November. Let's just say that. I had to take my laptop in, and they had to completely, it was so bad that it was embedded in the core of my laptop, and it was insane. It just an expensive lesson. I'll say it was an expensive lesson that I learned, and let's just say I learned a lot from it, and it's just never going to happen again. But so January favorites, I did not use that. It's got TV shows, movies, music, YouTube, Instagram, outfits. It was a good idea at the time. I thought it would be fun, but I just never did it. This I did use. Every time I saw a quote on Instagram or Facebook or something that reminded me of my one little word, which was stable, I would write it down. And I thought these were really good. This one said, the version of you that carried you through this year, somehow thank her with gratitude before you tell her what she can do better in 2024. And Lauren of Love, I guess, wrote that. I don't know who that is. Laugh more. You forced me to sit on the sidelines for so long, and now I want to know how it feels to watch me win. Tenderness has time here, for I now know if there is not enough time to light candles in the evening, I am living outside my means. The most powerful relationship you will ever have is with yourself. Choose yourself, cherish yourself, become your own best friend. This one says, when one door closes, another opens, but we often look so long and so regretfully upon the closed door that we do not see the one that is open for us. She looked at her old life one last time, took a deep breath, and gently said to herself, it's time. I'm ready for my new storybook to begin. And that's from Lauren of Love, too. When you focus on the way a clean home makes you feel, the act of cleaning is no longer a chore, but the path to an amazing reward. It's from Tanya Plattner. I love that. And that is absolutely true. A fresh start does not have to mean a new place. It's about a new mindset. Here in the longing, she is leaning in to rest, finding unexplainable peace as she waits for what comes next. And it says, the first rule of 2024 is not to dwell on what went wrong in 2023. God has a plan. Trust him. And then it just says the meaning of stable. Stable as in where Jesus was born. Seek him who was born in a stable. I think I spelled seek wrong. Emotional stability, physical stability, stable relationships, mental stability, intellectual stability, creative stability, mood stability, social stability, internal stability, how I feel, external stability, how I look, financial stability. So all those things are really important to me because when any of these is off kilter, I am a hot mess. So stable was a really good word for me. Did I use it to its fullest this year? Better this year than in 2023. I think I was more stable in 2024 than I was in 2023. For sure. I'm pretty sure that I was. A lot of things happened in 2024. Good things. I mean, the only really bad thing that happened in 2024 was getting hacked and just having to prove that I was me to every single account I have, whether it be a doctor or insurance or anything. Everything's online now. So you have a doctor, you have a physician's portal, and then everything has a portal. You have your school portal, you have your credit card accounts are all apps on your phone. Everything is on your phone. And now, for me, my phone was connected to my computer because it was everything is interwoven nowadays. And so because my phone was hacked, my computer got hacked. And they really did a number on my computer. My phone, they did a number on my phone too. I mean, that was pretty bad too. But just proving that I was me was really hard. I mean, it's so funny that the hacker is able to change all these things, change your password, disable your security settings and all these things. But the average person, you practically have to give them a limb to prove that you are you, which is absolutely insane. It's ridiculous. But anyway. So these were my my monthly spread, what I did on Monday. Let's see. And I use this pretty much. This is something that I generally use. I don't always cross everything off when I do them. Like hang pictures, I know that I did that. Dining room table. I'm really bad at going to bed early, so that probably wasn't it. And then I put, like what we had for dinner. These are always fun to look back at because if I am having trouble deciding, like, what are we going to have to eat this week? I can look and it looks like we had ham and beans, sushi bowl, vegetable soup, tuna casserole, stuffed potato, pasta, chicken and potatoes. So all that. And then I don't always record my Bible time too, which I should. I'm not as consistent as I once was. I used to, I go through spurts. Like there are times where I will read my Bible and study my Bible consistently for months, and then I'll go months without doing it. And it's like the thing with spirituality and faith, faith is always there. I'm always faithful, as far as, being a Christian. But just that habit of doing those things, it's really hard sometimes. So during January, I was watching Corbin every day, my grandson, who is 1 now. He was not 1. He was not 1 in January. He was what? Let's see. He was born in September, so October, November, December, January. He was 4 months old at this time, which is the age of my granddaughter now. She's 4 months old right now. My granddaughter Aria. So it looks like lots of homework, chores. I think I was in physical therapy. I was in physical therapy all last winter. I had hurt my back working, and it really wasn't. I had aggravated my back working. That's a better story. I had fallen while I was in Arizona. I had fallen down my son's steps outside his house, and I should say I flew off his steps. My sandal broke on a really hot day. My sandal fell apart as I was stepping down, and my ankle went in, and I flew off those steps, off of his front porch. And I landed on their concrete driveway, and my son watched me do it, and he literally freaked out because my dad was in the hospital at the time, and he thought that he was going to have to take me in, and they own their home, so I'm sure he was afraid, he knew I wasn't going to sue him or anything, but I mean, that's it, and it's awful to watch your mom fly off the stairs and did I break a hip? He was extremely worried about me. I had my entire upper half of from my knee up to my butt was black, because it was bruised terribly. But other than that, but my hip was in so I didn't go to the doctor in Arizona because my insurance wouldn't cover it. And then I waited until I got back to Illinois, and I put it off. I just put off going to the doctor. And then I started work 2 weeks later at a child care center. And that aggravated it. I had to do so many just so many different things. You're up and down with kids, and you're sweeping and doing all these things, and I had to dive under a table to get a kid who was just a challenge to take care of, and I really aggravated it so bad that the next morning I woke up and it was spasming, and I could not move, and I had to have my husband take me to the ER, and that started months of physical therapy. And I quit my job because I had only been there for 2 months, and by the time I quit, and Yeah, I hadn't been there long enough to take any time off, to recover or do physical therapy or anything like that. So I was like, okay, this is not meant for me. And I was still in grad school too. And it was a lot. They were long days. And then I had to study at night. And it was long. It was really long. So that was not meant to be. But yeah, that was definitely January. Lots of different bills paid, crafting. I was also selling stuff on eBay at the time, which I made quite a bit of money last year. It all started because my husband works for a factory, and they were talking that they were going to close that. Like they were gonna go on strike last year, and so I started selling like all this stuff that we had, like all the excess that we had that we weren't using, or just we needed to, yeah. I did a lot. And this was just like journaling, I think. It says, how have I grown in the past year? I think I have gained intelligence in the past year. I began grad school and I'm 9 credits down due to graduate in October of this year. I've gained experience in writing resumes, interviewing, and realizing what I want to do professionally. What have I gained in the past year? More debt, but an awareness and urgency to pay it off as quickly as possible. The same with weight. I've gained at least 10 pounds, but with that same urgency, I want to lose it. My credit score has fluctuated a lot this year. My budget is one area I need to work on and not spending money. What have I learned in the past year? That sometimes the people we love most are not meant to stay in our lives. That sometimes God leads us places to show us what he doesn't want for us. And a true recognition of who I want to grow with and who I don't. Yeah. That's interesting. And then chunking. I think I had come across this and I thought this was a really good idea to chunk your time. So this is all about my day, what I need to do, throughout the day. I was watching Corbin, just scheduling, breaking up my time studying, taking some time to myself and all that stuff. It worked fairly well. I'm not going to say that I was very consistent at it because sometimes I write things down on paper and then I'm not as consistent at it as I would like to be. This was a schedule of what I should do every day, a cleaning schedule. I did not follow this very well. I'm the type of person who, if I see it needs to get done, I do it. And every time I try to do the whole weekly schedule thing, do this day and that day, it always goes out the window. I don't know what my problem is. I have a problem sticking to that day. It eventually gets done. What I need to do, if I make a chore list, it has to be a weekly chore list. It can't be a daily chore list because it just needs to be this needs to get done. I mean, there are daily things that I do make the bed, wash the dishes, do laundry, those kinds of things. Or, if I see the floor needs to be vacuumed, I vacuum it. Or, or if the bathroom needs to be cleaned, I clean the bathroom. And then Sunday is usually our catch-up day where we just kind of what didn't get done, what needs to get done, let's get this done, type of thing before the new week starts. And there are chores that I struggle with more than others. I don't know if other people are like this. Vacuuming is not a problem. Sweeping is not a problem for me. I don't mind doing dishes. Dishes are fine. Laundry, I don't mind washing laundry or drying laundry. What bothers me the most is folding laundry and putting it away. Probably putting it away more even than folding. Folding is not that big of an issue for me. What bothers me is just, I don't know if it's just lack of space. We have a lot of clothes and, I just need to I think I need to purge a lot of things that I'm not using because we just don't have enough room. Like our closet is small. We have talked about making a walk-in closet. We have a room my office is right next to our bedroom, and we've always talked about breaking through that wall and extending our bedroom because our kids are grown. We only have one living at home right now, and he has his own bedroom, and we've thought about breaking through that wall and just making another, our bedroom bigger, and then building a walk-in closet in that room. And then we would have so much more room, so much more room for our clothes and, just everything in general, But we haven't done it yet. We still haven't finished our new bathroom. And that we broke through the wall too. We had 2 bathrooms back to back. And we broke through the wall and we made a really big bathroom, like a Jack and Jill bathroom. So you can get to the bathroom through the hallway, but you can also get to the bathroom through our bedroom. And we put in a soaker tub and a great big shower and a 2-sink vanity and all that stuff. But it's not completely done. All the functional things are done, but the anything aesthetic is not done yet. We haven't painted yet. We need to mud. We haven't done that yet. The floor isn't even down. We need to put waterproof underlay down before we can do the flooring. And it's just, we have most of the stuff. We just haven't had time to do it. And I keep saying, okay, over Christmas break, we're going to do this because my husband's company shuts down over Christmas. But hopefully, we've been saying this for 2 years and haven't done it. So this is inspirational thoughts from YouTube videos. So these were just ideas that I wrote down from different YouTubers that I thought were really helpful. And I see that I used one. It says put up a shelving unit inside the front closet to house all the games and bring them in from the utility room. I did that, and that actually is working pretty well. And then clear off the workbench surface to fold clothes on and do 1 to 2 full loads per day. That is not happening. The workbench is still full of Scott's crap. So I don't know why his workbench, he wanted that workbench so bad, and it's in our mudroom. And that dang thing is a magnet for junk. I do not know why. He doesn't use it as a workbench. When he does, he cleans it off, and then he'll use it as a workbench, and then it'll pile up with crap again. And it's just it's just one of those really bad places to have a workbench because it's just a clutter magnet, and it just drives me crazy. But it is the perfect spot to fold laundry on because it's right next to the washer and dryer, and it would be a perfect place to fold laundry and put stuff away. So that is still a goal of mine to do that. And then this one, it says plan make ahead breakfast, clean out refrigerators, use items you have. And we had some overnight oats, which we didn't end up liking those at all. I ended up giving them to a friend. And then breakfast burrito casserole. I think I have made that before. And then gather bins to organize items neatly, inventory pantry and freezer to plan meals, get rid of expired or items you know you won't use. I need to do that again. I haven't done that in quite a while. Those were I always write down my credit card information, so I don't have to get my wallet or anything if I order something, but those aren't, I got new cards when I got hacked, so those are no good anyway. So I had to like send for all new call and get all new cards sent to me because I didn't know if that information was stolen or not, because they had hacked into so much. And thankfully, they didn't steal any money from me, so that was good. So here's February. Looks like I wrote down like bills. I had an EGD in February. Different doctor's appointments. Looks like I had a lot of doctor's appointments in February. But these are always good to look back on. Like if you're like, when did I go to the doctor? You know, when did I see that doctor last? When did this procedure get done? You know, all that stuff. And these are goals, different things. Didn't use that too much. What was this supposed to be? Oh, nothing. I did have these like labeled. It says school, daily, budget. What is this one? I don't know if I can focus very well. If you can see these. Purchases, personal finance, yearly, work, monthly. So I don't even know where I got these stickers from. I think I have some more, don't I? They were off of this sheet. I don't even know where I got this. It looks like rose-colored days. Foil tab stickers. Was where they came from. These were just some paper. I didn't use any of this stuff. I don't think. Yeah, that's just us spending this month. I didn't even write that down. Sometimes I'm really good and consistent, but then other times, like sometimes I'll have more than one planner going too. So like some of this information was probably in another spot too. I mean, and sometimes, you know, you just do it. You don't write it down, you just do it. List of goals for February I didn't do. What does this say? This looks like March already. Oh, that's what my plan was for March. Yeah. None of that happened. Well, the Arizona trip happened. Nothing else. Funny. And that's okay. Because sometimes, you know, your life changes. Sometimes you think some things you're going to do some things and then you don't end up doing them. And sometimes that's good, you know. It looks like it says 2 eBay Matt and Yessie Christmas mail packages out. Did I not mail February? Was this January? Yeah, this is February. No. Yeah, this is February because it's hearts. So it's February. So I must not have mailed Matt and Yessie's Christmas packages out until January 30th. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, pick up gift cards for Matt and Yessie. That's crazy. Well, I'm doing much better on that this year because we're done Christmas shopping and all their packages were already mailed. So I'm doing good this year. So it says what we ate, huge lunch so smoothly for dinner, beef stew, bread, shrimp pasta, salad with chicken, French onion soup, chili sundaes. I love chili sundaes. I don't know if you've ever had them, but they're so good. You make chili and then you put like cheese and onion and sour cream and all the good toppings on top. It's really good. So, looks like my finals were due. So these are all just like I didn't even write my weight down. Mostly school. I was pretty religious about writing school stuff down. When I'm a student, I'm obsessed about school. Like, that's my full focus is on school. And probably where most of my stress lies. Like, as far as like getting stuff organized. Yeah. School was one area that it pretty much always has been. Like, that's one area of my life I don't struggle in. I mean, it was hard. I'm not going to lie, it was hard, but it's like, it's just, for some reason. And work is the same way. I am not a person who is late for work. Never late for work. Never call in sick. I'm just really a very, very responsible person when it comes to work. Other areas of my life, not so much. I'm not. These are all different things. The high school girls went to state for basketball. That was pretty exciting for our town. Corbin was here. Looks like I had a bill due. Different things. And some weeks I fill out, like, I went from a vertical schedule to a horizontal here, and I really didn't like it that much. I know I will never go back to her. She was terrible. She was a female, like, nurse practitioner. I did not like her at all. She did not say, and I'm not saying she was rude or that she treated me poorly or anything like that. She was fine and very friendly and everything like that. But she never sent me my results. And I called her numerous times. Like, can you send me my results of that exam? And she's like, oh, yeah. You know, her nurse would say, yeah, she'll send it. Never. I never got it. Like, it was ridiculous. I had to call back like 4 times and they're like, you didn't get that yet? You didn't get that yet? And I'm like, no. I was getting very frustrated with her. And she wanted me to get this vaccine. Like, that was the thing that kind of ticked me off about her. I'll never see her again. But she wanted me to get this vaccine, and I didn't want to get it. And she was more obsessed about my vaccine than she was about my exam. And I was like, this vaccine is like not like necessary. Like, it's not something that I even have to worry about, and I don't know why you're pressing it so strongly. And then, like, they would call me to remind me to get this this shot, and I'm like, I haven't even gotten my results back from my exam. And they're like, oh, you haven't? And I'm like, no. They're like, well, we'll check with her and see, you know. And then I wouldn't hear anything. And then And then I would like forget about it for a while, and then they'd call me again and asking me if I got this shot. And I'm like, no. I'm like, first of all, I am busy. Second of all, I don't believe in just getting a shot just because you want me to get one. That is meaningless to me. It's just, I'm not ill. Why do I need... it didn't make sense to me that they kept bugging me about this immunization and wouldn't give me my test results. It's just so stupid. And that was like the end of it. Like toward the end, you can see that I'm petering out on this. And that's when I switched over to the regular planner, like the daily planner. And then as you can see, as time went on too, like the bullet journaling kind of stopped. Like after March, like I did, like there's more stickers, less artwork. It just continued. I started using it like a regular planner. And I didn't like that. I was like, I'm wasting paper. I'm not using this very much at all the way that it's intended. And so I'm just going to stop and just go back to my regular planner. And then that's exactly what I ended up doing. But like, I didn't even write down chores or anything toward the end in here. So if I were to do a bullet journal again, I would probably want to do the artwork. I really enjoyed January, like doing January. That was really fun. And, even February, like, I think that there was a lot of different things that I used. Like I did use some stickers here, but I also did some artwork here in February. I did some art here. I thought that was kind of fun. I did use stickers though. So, but yeah. So thank you for looking at my bullet journal with me for 2024. I may give you an overview of the planner that I'm using for 2025. Like I said, it's a teacher planner. And that's mainly because I will be working, like I will have to schedule clients because I'm going to be doing early intervention. And so I can write down, I need space to write down like what I'm going to do with those children, like what activities for each client that I'm going to do. And that'll be fun. But that I won't be seeing clients on my own for 3 months because I can't get credentialed. I won't get credentialed until I'm doing this for 3 months. I have to be supervised and all that stuff. And I have to go through the impact training and a couple other things. There's a lot that has to take place, a lot of paperwork that needs to be gone through before I'm an official developmental therapist. But I'm excited. It's not what I had planned to do. I had planned to become a special education teacher, and that because of the state that I live in, it's not gonna work out unless I go back to school for a couple years, and I don't want to do that. I'm too old for that. I just need to get work in, and this is still working in special education, and I'm still dealing with kiddos, just really little kiddos, and that's fine. I'm good with that. So, and this is part-time, so I can work at the YMCA, and then I can also do this, which is nice. At my age, I don't think that I should be working like a full-time job, like 40 hours a week. I'm to the point where I need to start slowing down and scheduling. I only work a few hours at the Y a day, and then scheduling clients, throughout the day, I think is a good fit for me. So sometimes God knows best, and I am very grateful for the connections that the people that put this in place for me, because this was not even on my radar. I didn't even plan to, I hadn't even considered this at all while going to school. And that's okay. Sometimes we don't know, we don't know until afterward, and that's okay. But I will get on closer to January, and I will talk to you about my new planner. And I think I also have a bullet type planner that I am going to use, but it's not a daily planner at all. It's just kind of like a yearly planner, and that'll be exciting to show you. So thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you soon, and happy holidays. Hopefully I'll have a few shorts soon with my advent calendar and stuff like that. But I just thought I'd get on here and say hi. So have a good week. Take care. Bye.